Hello, friends. This is Les Davis broadcasting directly from the interior of Freeport's #1 food shopping center. Yes, of course, we're talking about the ultra-modern A&P supermarket at Chicago and Jackson, just off the square in downtown Freeport. This remodeled food mart, together with its spacious parking lot, reopened this morning, by the way, at the same location, is really out of this world. All of the latest merchandising improvements in the grocery business have been installed, and throngs of housewives have already found that shopping here is really a real pleasure. The wide aisles, rows of gleaming display cases, and the neatly stacked grocery shelves clearly indicate that A&P has placed an emphasis on customer convenience. What's more, the huge free parking area makes for a shopping utopia. Besides a host of enthusiastic shoppers, we have some really distinguished visitors here with us today for the gala opening celebration. Now, I'm going to ask Mr. R.W. Buddington, the A&P executive in charge of the company's operations in this area, to come right now to our WFRL microphone. Mr. Buddington, you and your associates have my heartiest congratulations. You've really done a grand job and have performed a real service for Freeport residents by completely remodeling your A&P supermarket. Yes, sir, it's really a beautiful store.
Well, thank you, Les. We are all extremely pleased with this new one-stop shopping center. And I might add that we're very grateful for the reception we've had this morning from so many of our friends here in Freeport. Mayor Council and Mr. Carl Davis, Vice President of the Freeport Women's Club, were here bright and early to cut the ribbon and officially reopen the store. And there was a large crowd waiting well before 9 o'clock.
And no wonder. So many shoppers are really impressed with this facelifted A&P supermarket. The new self-service meat department, the enlarged parking area, the Jane Parker Bakery, new grocery shelving, express checkout. Why, I could go on and on listing the various improvements that have been made right here at your A&P store. And I suppose that the self-service meat department is one of the more outstanding features, Mr. Buddington. Is that right?
That's right, Les. We've found from our experience in other A&P markets that consumers in Freeport prefer self-service meat merchandising. You'll notice in the refrigerated cases that we also have a self-service section with poultry and fish items, plus cold cuts all neatly wrapped in cellophane and ready for quick selection by the shopper. Delays are eliminated under this system.
Oh, I see exactly what you mean. In the self-service section, each individual package has a label listing the name of the cut, the weight, and the price. You know, that's really a shopping aid. Makes it easier for you housewives out there listening right now to choose meats according to your budget and to your menu requirements.
Yes, and you know all of the items are prepared right here in the store. The cuts are weighed, price marked, and wrapped by trained personnel. When displayed in the open self-service cases, they are kept under low temperature to preserve quality and freshness. And, of course, our specially trained meat men are always ready to provide special cuts and varieties Freeport residents may want but do not find in the self-service meat cases. All the customer has to do is ring a bell and order direct from the cutting room.
Really sounds wonderful now. Well, the way the folks here this morning have been praising the new meat department, I'm sure they and you have the right idea. Super Right meats retailed under a Super Right system. How about that?
Yes, we pride ourselves on our Super Right meats. We buy only the top grades of beef, for example, and we make sure that each item is correctly trimmed to eliminate extra fat and waste. In this way, our customers are sure of getting a real food value. And besides, A&P buys only the two top grades of meat, prime and choice.
Well, just one more thing, Mr. Buddington. In all, how many food departments do you have here in this remodeled A&P supermarket?
Well, there are 8 complete departments. Meats, of course, include fish and poultry, a Jane Parker Bakery, a candy department, a dairy center, a fresh produce department, groceries, frozen foods, and our coffee department. And we'll add another department, something completely new, a drug department, which will be of great convenience to shoppers.
Well, it sounds like you've mentioned everything in the food line. No wonder they called this the big A&P store in Freeport. I want to thank you, Mr. Buddington, and to wish you and your A&P associates every success here at Chicago and Jackson in Freeport.
Well, thank you, Les. It's been a real pleasure to have you here and to greet our customers here this morning.
Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I see Mayor Glenn Kunkel right near me now. Let's see if we can't get him to say a few words over the WFRL microphone. Mayor Kunkel, I saw you and Mrs. Davis cutting that ribbon just a few moments ago, formally opening this lovely shopping center for food business in Freeport. How are you this morning, Mayor?
Oh, I'm just fine this morning.
What do you think of the store, sir?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's a very beautiful store, and I know the shoppers will enjoy it. But I'd like to congratulate and thank the A&P people for remodeling this supermarket here in Freeport. It's really a big improvement in our downtown section. In especially the new parking lot over here on the corner of Chicago and Washington Street. You don't know how much that's going to do to our downtown parking here where we've been congested and had trouble for a long time.
Well, thank you, Merrick Uncle. I agree with you that A&P has made it really easy for people to shop with their new enlarged parking space. Well, ladies and gentlemen, also helping with the formal opening of the remodeled A&P store this morning was Mrs. Carol Davis, Vice President of the Freeport Women's Club. Mrs. Davis, I wonder if you would step over here to our microphone for just a moment and give us your impression of this elaborate emporium of edibles here at the new A&P store.
Mr. Davis, I'll be delighted because I really know that the ladies of Freeport will be very, very happy to see what the A&P has brought us. And it's the most complete food store in Illinois. The improvements that have been made here you must see to appreciate. I especially enjoyed the self-service meat department, for it's something that we've all been waiting for. The aspect of shopping that disturbs me most was the long wait we used to have at the meat department. With this new self-service meat department, we'll be able to purchase our meat just as fast as we do a loaf of bread or a bottle of milk.
Well, then I take it the meat department is the thing that caught your fancy here at the new A&P store, Mrs. Davis.
Well, that's one of them. But there's another new idea that A&P has introduced here that will do as much to make our daily shopping easier as the self-service meat.
And may I ask what's that?
Well, that's your pickup service. It's right at the front of the store near the entrance. And all you have to do is to have your order and it will be taken
Put right in the car,
taken right to the car. Remember the old struggle we used to have lugging large orders to the parking space?
Yes, I do. Say, you know, you're right, Mrs. Davis. I'd almost forgotten about that, about the clumsy way we used to have to push that door open and carry those heavy bundles out there to the car, and I think a lot of our farm friends out there listening right now will agree with me 100%. But speaking of the clumsy bundles, remember how once you had to struggle with the heavy doors with your arms full? Well, that's been done away with here at the remodeled A&P market, too. They've installed what you call a magic carpet exit. You just step on the mat, and the door swings open automatically. No more pushing whatsoever.
I certainly did notice that. I enjoyed something of that sort very much in Oak Park, and it works wonderfully.
I'll bet you've been playing with it like Father does on Christmas with the kids' trains, haven't you?
Yes, indeed.
You know, these new innovations that they have here in Freeport, especially here in your new A&P store, are really amazing. Friends, you've just got to see it to believe what a really beautiful food store you have in store for you. Remember, we're going to have a lot of gifts to give you here at the new A&P store, as well as many outstanding advantages that will make you, yes, you, sitting there beside your radio, want to come to your new A&P store. Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Davis, for being with us at the grand opening of Freeport's new A&P. We've really been delighted to have you with us here on WFRL. And now, friends, here is the popular manager of your friendly A&P supermarket, Mr. Bob Brooks, a lifelong resident of the Freeport area, and is he proud this morning? Bob, congratulations on this beautiful store and this gala opening. Have you a word for our listeners out there on the WFRL air lane?
Yes, Les, I do. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite everyone of your radio audience to come in and look over our remodeled store. I think they will be truly surprised with the changes we've made. All of them conducive to easier, faster, and more pleasant shopping.
Well, Bob, one question I'd like to ask is just how did you do it so fast?
Well, we had a nice crew here of men and workmen that really buzzed along and took care of the job and really took care of things for us.
You know, I understand that you've had, shall we say, quite a career with the A&P Tea Company.
Yes, Les, I have. I've been an A&P man for several years, and I must say I've thoroughly enjoyed the grocery business.
Did you say several or 70?
Several.
Well, with veteran employees like yourself, Bob, together with A&P's experience in the food business for over 93 years, I guess this is one company that really knows how to serve the public's food needs. Good luck to you, Bob, and to all the members of your courteous staff. And once again, friends, we'd like to remind each and every one of you to see the new A&P store. Hello there. What is your name?
I'm Carol Gomes, the Illinois Dairyville.
Well, Carol, we're very glad to have you with us. Where is your home, Carol?
Pearl City. I live on a farm.
And just how were you selected as the Dairyville?
Well, I entered a contest at Breeze, Illinois, and the manager of the American Dairy Association, Mr. Johnson, selected me.
Oh, one man picked you out, huh?
Well, Mr. Johnson and his board of directors, I might say.
They were all men directors anyway.
That's right.
Well, I can see exactly what they saw. Beverly, we want to talk to you just about this supermarket for the time being. What do you think of the new A&P supermarket?
Oh, I think it's wonderful. I don't think that it can. I don't think that it can be improved anymore.
Now, if you were writing a letter to some of your girlfriends back there in Pearl City or some of the other Dairy Queens or Dairy Bells in this area, what would you say about the new A&P store?
Well, it's just a wonderful place to shop. They just have everything.
And you want to invite each and every one of
Yes.
them to be sure and see it, don't you?
That's right.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to you on that great title of yours. Now, what do you say we move around and talk to some of the customers here in the new A&P store? My goodness, I can't even move here right now because this place is really crowded. But don't you worry. There's plenty of room. You come right on down. Let's go over here and talk to some of the ladies in the line waiting to be checked out. And I better hurry because this fast checkout center won't keep them here very long. What is your name?
Mrs. Carl Reagan.
How are you, Mrs. Reagan?
Fine.
And where are you from, ma'am?
We're right here in Freeport, North Van Buren.
Isn't this really wonderful for
it's
Freeport?
swell. It's
What do you think of the
swell.
new A&P
Oh,
store?
it's wonderful.
Would you say it's 100% better than the
Oh,
old
yes.
A&P?
Just wonderful. And your parking lot is wonderful.
You drive your own car?
No, I can't drive, but my son brought me down this morning.
Uh-huh. Well, then he has usually carried out the bundle, and usually when
No,
you
he's
stop
not
at the
now.
A&P
We
store-
have a business, too.
You have a business, too?
Yeah,
huh?
we're in the welding company.
Oh, I see. Well, don't you kind of begrudge coming to the A&P store before the new remodeling and worrying about carrying that big bundle of groceries out there to the car?
Oh, they were always nice, though.
They always help
Always
you carry
the
them out.
boys
Well, you know,
help me carry out.
with the new system they have here now, you don't have to worry a thing about it. You just give them your groceries, and before you know it, it's in your car, and you're on your way home. Thank you very much for talking to us. Very glad to have you here at the new A&P opening. What are you sneaking by? This checkout line is moving so fast that I can't keep up with it.
Oh, I live on Van Buren Street, too, or on West Douglas.
You're no relation to this lady, are you?
No, my name is Lottie Badar.
My goodness, you sure look enough like sisters, don't you?
Everybody says that.
How long have you known each other?
Oh, a good many years.
How many is that now?
Oh, I
15,
couldn't tell.
20?
Oh, that's about 10 anyway.
Can you remember the first day you saw or met the lady?
Oh, yes.
Can you really? Can you
Yes.
remember where it was at?
Well, in Freeport.
It was in Freeport. It
Yes.
wasn't a church or some other social
No.
gathering like that, huh?
No, it was at their home.
What have you gals done for entertainment in the years you've known each other?
Oh, go to church and play cards.
Go to church and play cards. Thank you very much for talking to us. Let's move around here now. Our time is running rather short here. Here's the gentleman right here. What is your name, sir?
I'm Herb Alexander.
How are you, Herb?
Good, thank you.
You have no connection with the A&P store?
I sure have. I'm the sales manager.
You're the sales
Yes,
manager. Well,
sir.
very glad to have you with us, sir.
Well-
What do you think of the new A&P store?
I think it's a wonderful, wonderful supermarket.
You know-
And we're very appreciative, too, of having the mayor and Mrs. Davis help with our twin opening.
Well, you know, there are a lot of our listeners out there are wondering right now just what your job is as sales manager of the A&P store.
Well, all of the pricing of merchandise, all of the advertising, publicity, and the many ramifications that are involved in bringing good food to the public at low prices, that's my job.
Well, sir, how does this A&P store compare with other A&P stores you visit?
This is the latest in everything. We have a self-service meat department. We have refrigerated produce department. We have a beautiful candy department, coffee, dairy department, and a parking lot that'll accommodate over 100 cars, everything to make it convenient for Freeport shoppers.
In other words, Freeport really has something to be proud of, then, don't they, sir?
Well, we tried to do our best to please the people in Freeport.
Well, now, one thing I'm wondering about is whether you have enough men to stock these shelves, because within 2 or 3 hours, they're going to be empty the way this crowd is swirling around here today.
Well, it looks that way, but we have many local employees, over 50 people that live right in Freeport to help us serve you with your food needs.
And it's going to be a night and day job, isn't it, sir?
It certainly is.
Thank you very much for being with us, and congratulations to you on this really wonderful A&P store. Well, friends, our time is up. We're sorry we don't have more time to interview your friends and neighbors here visiting this new A&P store. We hope you've enjoyed the program, and once again, we do hope that you will visit the new A&P store today. A lot of wonderful prizes being given away. Don't you dare miss it. We'll see you at the new A&P store. Until we meet again, Les Davis says thank you very much for listening and returning you to our main studio.